All right, sorry, as I think Ms. DeGette said earlier, she parachuted into my hearing. I've now parachuted into your hearing, and I apologize to all of you for not having been here the whole time, but I've been upstairs along with others in another subcommittee hearing. So, Mr. Rice, my colleague mentioned that that what the White House position was of last week or the last 10 days or so was not a ban, but merely a pause as they study things. But am I not correct that the world is looking to the U.S. for more and more natural gas to supplant other natural gas providers or just to supplant other fuels?
Yes, I mean, regardless of whether you call it a pause, a ban, it has a chilling impact on investors. It has a chilling impact on our ability to get these projects built. And it has not stopped the desire for more energy from the United States. Just yesterday, the UK signed up for a 3 million ton per annum deal with Venture Global on the CP2 facility. So all it's done is create a lot of confusion in the marketplace, and quite frankly, is appearing to be not necessary.
And doesn't that confusion lead to an instability in the reliance on American natural gas?
I mean, confusion is going to cause people that have expected to the security from the United States to look elsewhere. And it's a lost opportunity for us and something that we're going to have to reassure our allies that we are here to help provide energy security, because your energy security is our energy security.
And if they start looking elsewhere because we have instability or we're not reliable to provide them not only what we're currently giving them, but additional natural gas, what choices do they have other than us or Russia? I mean, I know there's a couple of small actors, but aren't we the big actors, United States and Russia?
I mean, the United States is the largest, but we do need to understand we do not control the market. There are other options, and some of these options may not be as friendly to the United States as we'd like. Russia, Iran are two other large producers of gas that have a lot of potential. And the other big alternative that people can run into is foreign coal. So whether we have an energy security issue or we start having emissions rising, I mean, that's what's happening. If the United States does not supply this LNG, that means there's going to be more coal.
So if we get a request from India and we can't provide it, they'll burn their coal, which is not nearly as clean as the coal in my district. Isn't that true?
That's absolutely correct. And I think that's the biggest thing that people need to understand. Less LNG means more coal. Less LNG does not mean more renewables. It simply means more coal and higher emissions.
And we talked about how when we started, and we had an example here in Congress, when we started exporting oil again, the prices didn't go up. My colleague from Texas just talked about how people worried when we started exporting LNG that, our prices would go up, and they've been relatively stable. But if we don't export, do you think prices might go up, as opposed to the reverse, which most people would think is that if we export more, prices would go up? But in reality, that instability in the market stops exploration or stops new wells from being committed to, and therefore doesn't that actually have the inverse effect?
Yeah, let me give you an example. I mean, it's real simple for me. Exports means surplus, and surplus means lower volatility, protection from price shocks. Listen, the world is energy short, and as you've seen what happened with Russia and Ukraine, and Europe's energy security had trickle impacts over to us in the United States. So what happens around the world is going to impact us. How do we protect ourselves? More exports, create more surplus here in America, and exports are the only reason for us to create that surplus. How can this help us respond to high prices? Right now, by the time I push the button on my desk to add rigs to go out and add, if I see a price signal, it takes 18 months to go and make sure that production hits the market to help relieve prices. In an unleashed U.S. LNG scenario where that production is flowing through our pipelines to supply an export market, we can divert that production and respond to that price signal in 18 hours. That's how we keep prices low from everybody and protect Americans from really the big problem, which is the really volatile price shocks. Exports are going to be the key to providing the surplus and keeping energy secure here for Americans.
Appreciate you being here today, and I yield back. Thank you.